This camera's even higher quality than my eyeballs. His name is Leo. He was Gianna's cat when we first got him because I didn't want to take care of him. But now I love him. So he's our cat now. Aww. Y'all think this cat's 5 months old? Look at this guy. He is literally... Stop tearing up the furniture. This guy's tiny, bro. Okay, Looney. Your goal is to get that little snack right over there. So we can turn you into big, strong pit bull. What's weird is Leo doesn't actually give a fuck about Luna. Like, you would think that he'd be super scared, because that's the way Cheeto was with Milo. Hey, use those big, strong female muscles of yours, please. And he's like really curious. He keeps going up to Luna every time we introduce them like this. He goes right up to her. And Luna is not being aggressive, but she's just being a little too excited like that. Luna's actually just curious, man, I think. I really think she's just curious. I looked up the process to introduce a kitten to a dog, and you're not really supposed to let them we're even going a bit fast, and we've had this cat for like a week now, and this is rushing the process a little bit, but they're also like abnormally chill with each other, so. Whoa. Okay, go ahead.
So Leo snuck back down here. We put him upstairs and we had this little gate set up, but he jumped over.
I think Luna's a little bit scared. As long as the cat has a safe spot to get to where the dog can't get, then that's good. But you shouldn't have them meet in like a closed room.
Yeah.
But in an open room with all these nooks and crannies, Luna's too big to like get behind the couch, but Leo can get there just fine. Dogs are so food oriented that it's like, there's a literal new animal in the house, and all Luna can think about is this bagel. It's only been about an hour, and they're buddies now. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys what I've been doing for pre-workout, for my pre-workout meal. It's not really a meal, it's a shake, because I've noticed that it just digests better. So I was doing like a big meal of chicken and rice right before, but I noticed that it was just staying in my stomach and just kind of making me nauseous during my lift. So I do about that much milk, actually maybe a little bit more. I got this Naked mass gainer that I've been using because it only has 5 ingredients in it. Maltodextrin, whey protein, and casein, however the fuck you pronounce that, sugar, and cocoa powder. This is real easy on the stomach compared to this other mass gainer that I was using that had a whole laundry list of shit, and it was just sitting in my gut and turning me into a bloat lord. Gonna throw in some protein, just like half a scoop of protein, and then whatever pastry I've got laying around. So this time I think I'm gonna go with the chocolate chip cookies, and just to top it off, a little bit of chocolate syrup. There it is. I have no idea what the macros are on this. I like it to be a little more liquidy. I don't like super thick shakes because they're very hard to chug. Then I take a digest aid. I got this one from Vitamin Shop, not sponsored. This is the one Weston recommended to me. It won't focus. It's called Digest Gold. Take one of those, and 2 glucose disposal agents, just because I'm about to mainline a whole bunch of carbs right into my system. So take some of those, try to avoid diabetes when possible. There you go. It's the bubble gut shake right there. Free today, already basically done. A little bit of nitric, a little bit of base, and just a splash of strawberry jam. It's pretty late, but just the flavor of strawberry jam reminds me of how it feels, and it gives me more energy. So I got the old trifecta right now, and the mass gainer is boiling away in my stomach. Oh, hey, Black Friday man.
What's up, baby?
Hey, what's that?
The Hummer EV.
Oh, it's an EV.
I'm an electric guy now.
Oh, so you upgraded from the Huracan to an EV, huh?
The Urus.
Well, you had the Huracan.
Yeah, I got rid of it.
And then you finally came around, and everyone gave me shit for it, but guess what? Mr. CEO right here.
Dude, honestly, I never thought I'd buy a fucking EV.
It's dope. You know that thing weighs 9,000 pounds, dude?
0 to 60 in 3 seconds.
0 to 60 in 3 seconds at a 9,000 pound car.
Right.
Huh?
I can be anybody except this guy's car. What is it for?
435. Well, I'm thinking that's what I'm gonna go for and see how it moves.
Bench?
Cause yeah, you got fat pads here, right? Like the benches are pretty wide from what I've seen. I usually take the safety bars off just because when I'm benching, if I'm like a little bit off and the weight bumps into one of the bars, then I'm fucked. So that's why I'm taking them out. Oh, that mass gainer's still sitting in there, bro. Oh. I don't want to lay horizontal. I feel like as I'm benching, it's gonna fucking bounce it out of my mouth. Feels good. A little bit of tightness in my shoulder, but I think I should be fine. But dude, oh, you can see that. You can see the fucking bubble gut right through there. I gave you that whole spiel about how I use mass gainer instead of chicken or rice because it sits in my stomach less, and here I am ready to fucking vomit. It still moved good, but now I'm like babying my right shoulder. I can't do that. I gotta move it quick because I got the germ spotting, bro. Feels good. Yeah. Whoa. Thanks, bro. All right, the plan was to hit 430. Shut the fuck up, Drake. Damn. All right, the plan was to hit 435 tonight, which is this is my all-time PR. 405 moved well, given the fact that it wasn't the sturdiest handoff. No offense to that guy, but I don't really think he knew like what I meant, like to lift it off. So that was kind of all me. So I almost did like half a rep and then a full rep. But anyway, it moved good considering that, but not confident enough to go up another 30 pounds. So I'm also gonna weigh these plates. I wanna see if these plates are accurate, because if they're even off by 1 pound, when you have 4 plates on each side, that's 8 extra plates, that's 8 extra pounds. So that's the difference between 405 and 413. So, you know, hopefully they're accurate. But yeah, I'm just gonna, this is like my second time flat benching in a while. I took months off of flat benching just because I wanted to focus on my upper chest, focus on incline. So I've been doing that. My incline's gone up a lot, but now I still feel like I'm finding my groove kind of with flat bench. So I did 405, and now I'm probably gonna drop down, do 315, maybe even do feet up to really just focus on my chest and triceps, or maybe feet down so I can practice the movement more. But yeah, I feel like my brute strength is higher to just like sit there and like do feet up bench. I feel like my strength on that's pretty good, but to do that like 1 rep max strength, that takes practice and repetition, and I just haven't been doing it enough. So there's really there's no point to do 1 rep maxes on bench, considering I'm a bodybuilder, but I like it, so I'm still gonna do it. See, like that, there wasn't even a leg drive on that, and I got 9 reps. So it's like my muscle strength is there, but that full body like surge that you need for a 1 rep, need to practice that more. I kind of want to rep out 225 right now and just see how many reps I can get with decent form. Whenever I bench, I never bounce the weight because there's really no point. If you're you know, coming slow down to here, but then going fast from here down to here and then back up, you're taking out the whole bottom portion of the movement, and it's just kind of fucking stupid if your goal is to build muscle or even build strength. Really, there's no point to like bounce weight super hard besides just, you know, ego lifting, which I'm cool with ego lifting. I used to ego lift all the time, and it was fun. Like bouncing weight, it's fun. But you know, after you get enough injuries, start getting old, you realize there's no fucking point. So yeah, I'm gonna go for 225. See if I can get. I think my most with 225 is 25 reps. So 225 for 30 is like a goal of mine. Now, with that being said, if I'm doing a bunch of reps, you know, I'm not gonna focus. Like if I'm doing a 3 rep or 5 rep set, I'm gonna be a little slower with it. If I'm doing 20 plus reps, you know, I'm not gonna be super slow with each rep, but I'm just gonna try to not bounce it super hard off my chest. Oh, back crank. Oh. Holy shit. That was 32. All right, next up we got the Panada horizontal bench. So I keep a lifting log of all the weights that I use in my phone. So every time I do an exercise, I go back and look at the weight and reps that I did last time I did the exercise, and I try to either do a little more weight for the same amount of reps, or I try to do the same amount of weight for more reps. Reason for that is a few months ago, I was doing some weight on some exercise, and I thought that I'd been making progress, and then as I was scrolling through my camera roll trying to find something else, I found a video of me doing that same exercise for the same weight for about the same reps from like 4 or 5 months prior. So I realized I got to start tracking my working weight so that I can't cheat myself out of, you know, progressive overload. So I did this for 19 reps last time, so I'm going for 20 reps this time. And I think it's time to take off the pump cover. Fuck. That was only 18. I'll blame it on the first 3 reps I had to do. And the 225. I did 225 for 32. That tired me out. All right. So last workout I did 3 plates plus a 25 for 12 reps. So in theory I should try to get it for 13. But you also have to take into consideration what you did last workout. And for me, I had done only 1 set of incline bench before I started on this. But this workout, I did like basically 3 max out sets: the 315, and then the single, and the 225 rep out. So, you know, if I only hit 12 or 11, I'll be okay with that. This is a little bit crunchy in the right pectoral. I don't know what's going on in there. But that was 13. I count the first up as a rep. Same with dumbbell bench. Like when I lean the dumbbells back and press them up, I count that as a rep. Some people don't, but if you control the weight, that's a rep, in my opinion. All right, now this next one might be a little bit controversial, because I will be targeting my inner chest, which I know sounds like bro science, and for a very long time I would have said the same. Now, to be fair, it still might be bro science, but recently I've learned something called non-spanning muscle fibers. So I always thought you can't target a specific part of a muscle. Like if you're training biceps, you can't target the lower part or the upper part of the bicep because every muscle fiber runs the entire length of the muscle. But come to learn, there are things called non-spanning muscle fibers, and they don't run the entire length of the muscle. They only run from one insertion point only partially across. So for example, from your inner chest to like just a little less than halfway across. So in theory, you can target specifically your inner chest or your lower this or upper that with how you do exercises. I don't know if this is proven. It's probably bro science, but I do anecdotally feel like more of a pump in my inner chest when I do this exercise that I'm about to show you, which is kind of like this extra ROM squeeze across. Because think about it, when you're doing flies, your upper arm stops here. This is the most your chest contracts. But if you could somehow find a way to bring it across farther, then in theory you could contract your chest more. So what I do is I go here, and instead of looking straight forward, I'm looking to the side a little bit. And this is a pretty heavy weight, so it's hard to talk. But I squeeze across like this. 2, 3, 4. 6. 8. Woo. I did 7 reps last time, so 8 this time. New Vical beater fit, by the way. A little bit looser around the waist, because if you got the V1 beaters, you probably noticed if you had a huge pump, it was kind of hard to take that bitch off. So now it's pretty easy. Just slide your arm through, then you can just pull it off like that. Also, I brought the chest scoop up a bit and made these straps a little bit thicker. So it's still skin tight, like it still looks tight, but it's just not like impossible to get off now. Yep. Woo! That's fucking failure. Gotta drop the weight a bit. Hey! Whoa! So, another thing, you'll probably notice that as I'm going, as I come down, I turn forward, and as I push, I turn this way. And that's just so, because if I just go straight like this, my arm doesn't come that far back. But if I turn into it or turn away from it, I'm increasing the stretch at the bottom and maximizing the squeeze at the full lockout, like that. So last time I did the full stack on here for 16 reps. So this time I'm going for 17 or more. Probably only gonna get 17, considering the amount of max effort sets I've had today, but we'll see.
15. Whew. 16. 17. Barely 17. I was like 16 and a half, but got it done. So I looked at the video from the last set and I kind of rushed the reps. They weren't the best looking reps ever, so I'm gonna try to get, I got this weight for 14 last time. I'll try to get it for the same or 15, but I'm gonna slow it down and do it right. Ah. 15. Ah. Yeah, that's way harder.